We lived with no roof on our house for 6 weeks, and here's a realistic look at what that's like. Our roof was no longer structurally sound, so we had it completely removed and rebuilt, leaving the top of our house fully open to the elements, which of course makes you very vulnerable to changing weather, security, noise and the like. We had full scaffolding and a tin hat over the top of the house, which definitely helped, but here's a little insight into the real life roofless experience. The one thing people asked the most was, is it cold? And the answer is yes and no. This all took place across April and May when the weather wasn't spectacular. And all we had was the scaffolding to act as a barrier. At times that made it a bit of a greenhouse, so it wasn't cold at all. And at night the cold air definitely made its way into the house. But as this is up on the very top floor of the house and we spend most time on the bottom floor, we didn't really feel that constant chilliness. Is it safe? Of course, if someone wanted to climb the scaffolding, get into the loft space and come down the stairs, bash down the bolted door and surprise us in the night, they could. But if someone really wanted to break in, they'd probably just save themselves the climb and smash in the front door instead. At night, the front ladder was removed, making access up to the scaffolding even harder. The only real intruders we had were pigeons, who became my new alarm clock every bloody morning. But was it noisy? Definitely at times it could be, especially when it was windy. You could hear it more than if you had a full roof on your house. But I wouldn't say the noise ruined our lives at any point. We had a few fierce storms across this period too, but the scaffolding shielded us well and kept the house very dry. Mostly it was the pigeons again that we could hear while laying in bed. Why doesn't your whole house fall down? Why don't the walls just fall over? Well, we're a terraced house, so our walls are very much built attached to the neighbouring properties. They're not just freestanding, swinging in the wind, ready to fall over at the slightest knock. Roofs in properties like ours weren't built to hold walls up, so removing it didn't pose any danger to the structure of the house. Did you have to take all that mess through the house? Luckily, no. We hired a skip that we had on the road as we don't have a driveway, and all the muck and mess came down the front of the scaffolding thanks to this handy pulley system. This meant the mess and dirt was pretty well contained and didn't cause too much disturbance through the rest of the house. It was also handy for us when we did little bits of DIY around the builders and was great for sending materials up to the roof rather than walking them through the house. Got any more questions about roofless living? Slap them in the comments.